In the shadow of the twin cities of Sodom and Gomorrah, a profound narrative unfolds, rich with themes of divine mercy and salvation. The air was thick with an impending sense of doom, a palpable tension that hung over the cities like a dark cloud. Lot, the nephew of Abraham, found himself in a precarious situation, caught between the depravity of the city and the promise of deliverance. As the angels arrived, their purpose was clear: to rescue Lot and his family from the impending judgment that awaited the cities. The divine mercy extended to Lot was not just a personal favor, it was a broader invitation to salvation, encompassing those who would heed the warning. Before we continue, just a reminder to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell. By doing so, you'll stay connected and up to date with future content. Now, let's continue delving into Genesis chapter 19, verses 12 to 29, and the message God has in store for us. The angels, messengers of God, spoke with urgency, their words cutting through the chaos of Sodom. They warned Lot of the impending destruction, urging him to gather his family and flee. Yet, Lot's reaction was not one of immediate action. Instead, he hesitated, caught in the grips of disbelief and fear. His reluctance to leave the life he had built, even amidst the knowledge of its impending doom, speaks volumes about the human condition. It reflects the struggle between the comfort of familiarity and the call to salvation, a theme that resonates deeply across time. Lot's hesitation had implications far beyond his own fate. It echoed the broader struggle of humanity to respond to divine calls for change. God's reaction to Lot's hesitation was one of compassion. The angels, recognizing Lot's struggle, did not abandon him to his fate. Instead, they took his hand, leading him and his family out of the city, embodying the very essence of divine mercy. This act of grace illustrates how God accommodates human weaknesses, meeting Lot where he was in his moment of uncertainty. The urgency of the situation was palpable, as the angels implored Lot to flee to the mountains. But Lot, overwhelmed by fear, pleaded for a lesser refuge in Zoar. God's willingness to grant this request underscores his understanding of human frailty and his desire to provide a way out, even when it seems inadequate. The fairness of God is a recurring theme woven throughout this narrative, echoing the concerns raised by Abraham in his earlier negotiations with God over the fate of Sodom. Abraham had pleaded for mercy, questioning whether the righteous would be swept away with the wicked. In this moment of rescue, it becomes evident that God's justice is intertwined with his mercy. The scope of salvation was not limited to Lot alone. It extended to his family, yet it also came with a clear warning. Those who dismissed the angel's message, like Lot's sons-in-law, faced grave consequences. Their refusal to heed the warning exemplifies the peril of complacency in the face of divine intervention. As the urgency escalated, the angels pressed Lot to leave, emphasizing the need for immediate action. Lot's initial reluctance to abandon Sodom reflects a deeper truth about the human heart: how easily one can become ensnared by the allure of a life filled with comforts, even when it is morally bankrupt. The angels' intervention was not merely a rescue mission. It was an act of God's mercy, a tangible demonstration of his desire to save those who are willing to respond. The clock was ticking, and God the judge awaited at the city gate, underscoring the urgency of the situation. The narrative compels readers to reflect on their own lives, to consider the moments when they, too, have hesitated to heed divine warnings. When Lot finally pleads for sanctuary in Zoar, it is a moment that reveals both his desperation and God's willingness to accommodate his fears. Zoar, a small city, becomes a symbol of refuge, illustrating how God can work through even the smallest of places to provide safety and salvation. Lot's plea is met with grace, and in this moment, Zoar is spared, reflecting the broader theme of salvation that extends beyond individual lives to encompass entire communities. As the sun rose the next day, the swift and decisive destruction of Sodom and Gomorrah unfolded, a stark reminder of the consequences of disobedience. Fire and brimstone rained down, a vivid representation of divine judgment. Yet amidst this destruction, Lot's family had been given a chance that was squandered by Lot's wife. As she looked back, longing for the life they were leaving behind, she became a pillar of salt, a cautionary tale of the dangers of clinging to the past when called to move forward. Her fate serves as a sobering reminder of the cost of disobedience and the importance of unwavering faith in the face of divine instruction. In the aftermath of Lot's rescue, the narrative shifts to reflect on the significance of moving forward in faith. Lot's deliverance is not merely a personal story. It is a testament to God's faithfulness to Abraham and his overarching plan for humanity. It illustrates that divine deliverance is not just about escaping judgment, but also about stepping into a new life, one marked by faith and trust in God's promises. Lot's rescue is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, when destruction looms, God's mercy prevails for those who are willing to listen and follow. The themes of divine mercy and salvation resonate throughout this narrative, inviting readers to reflect on their own lives and the ways in which they respond to divine calls for change. As Lot and his family fled the destruction of Sodom, they were not just escaping judgment, they were stepping into a new reality, one defined by the grace and mercy of God. This story serves as a powerful reminder that salvation is always within reach for those who are willing to heed the call, and that even the smallest act of faith can lead to a refuge in the storm. If this message resonates with you, take a moment to praise our Lord. Type, "Glory to Yahweh," in the comments as a declaration of praise and glory to our Father for his infinite love, mercy, and patience for us. God bless you.